Well, perhaps you've heard about the dog treats manufactured in China that are making some dogs in the States here sick.
So joining us now is Dr. Stephen Haymore from Alpine Animal Hospital, who has some advice on types of treats that you can give your pets. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For people who haven't heard of these treats, what are some of the side effects? They can be pretty devastating.
They can be, and we get the question asked us a lot about these dog treats, mainly dog treats we're talking about today, because cats don't eat, I mean, they eat some treats, but not as much as dogs.
It's only on their schedule.
That's right.
Right.
So we get asked a lot about which treats and these treats from China. Most of them have been linked to these chicken jerky treats from China, and we have documented deaths, and most of them cause kidney problems, kidney failure, and in some cases actually death. And we have had several clients that have come in and said they stopped feeding these and their dog is acting better. So there is something to it.
Okay.
So what are we looking for in these treats? One, to keep our eye open for these ones that are coming in. I mean, most of them probably say made in China on the box, but as far as ingredients, what should we be looking for on treat bags?
Right. So treats, so yes, look for the ones that have come from China. I don't want to generalize the whole country, but there
that
are
should be
a lot
your first
of,
tip off. That
yeah, and the FDA is just now starting to regulate some of those, thinking about regulating treats that are coming in, and so there's no real regulation. And as far as the ingredients, I think what we need to keep in mind is, you know, when we're feeding those milk bones and things like that, is that watch the amount of calories they have. You know, just because it's a milk bone and it's small doesn't mean it's like giving a Snicker bar 4 times a day.
Or us eating 18 Snicker bars like we did on Halloween night.
Exactly. My husband and I go back and forth on. He gives our dog treats like there's no tomorrow.
Right.
Do you really even have to give your dog treats at all?
Absolutely, you do not have to. If you do, some people give just dog food as a treat. You know, they'll give a little piece of kibble. Yeah, it's more the action than the treat. I give my dogs a rawhide chew every day, and it gives them a little activity. It's treated. It has an enzymatic cleaner in it for their teeth, which is good. And I think that's some of the thing we get asked a lot: what treats are good for our pets? And the treats that are shaped, those rawhides that are shaped like a bone and have the twists and the knots in the end, or the braided ones. We see a lot of those get stuck when they swallow them, causing emergency situations. So, you
know, one thing I found is we were for a while buying actual real bones for our dog, and we found out that at night she would tend to get a splinter or a sliver, and the digestive system does not process that bone when it's in a bigger chunk. And we found in the middle of the night she'd be heaving up these bones, and so we kind of switched to a rawhide bone to kind of, you know, because they want that chewing. And like you said, it's an activity. It's something for them to do and pass the time.
And we should avoid bones, but if you do, the uncooked ones are supposed to be better. They're not as brittle as the cooked ones. So yeah, and avoid some of the rawhides that have the shapes and things into them. Just if you're gonna do rawhides, you know, flat ones. If you're gonna do the bones, just watch the calorie count. You know, so there's a reason they might not be eating their dog.
Right gives them like 5, 6, 7 a day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and they're probably holding out. So.
All right, Dr. Haymore, if people have questions, especially about these treats that are making the dogs sick, if they notice some symptoms in their dogs, like you said, the lethargy, and they're just not acting at their spry self, can they give your clinic a call?
Absolutely. Call us at the Alpine Animal Hospital, and we'd be more than happy to take a look at the treats that you're feeding, or, you know, if we have to run any blood tests, anything like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And coming up next, we'll have your answers to our question of the day.